Good evening, everybody. My name is Maris, and I hope you're having a most wonderful evening. I'm joined in here. You can see little Carice is trying to stick his nose in here and see what I'm doing. I got Benny underneath my feet crying now. Come on, get down, Layla. Got the dogs back here with me in my little sacred space. I thought, Thursday night is a good night for a reading. It's always good to see what the energy has in store for us. And I'm like, this light's awful bright. Ugh. But here's some smudge. I'm using my sage. And it's always good to do a little clearing. It's always good to do that. And I guess because, I don't know, I keep fiddling around with this deck. So I guess I'm going to use this Mystic Shaman deck tonight. So if you're tuning in on the live, make sure you give this a great big heart. And comment, share, all those good things. And if you're new to this page, subscribe or follow. That way you can stay abreast with the energy coming in and around. So we're using, like I said again, the Mystic Shaman deck. And I'm trying to do it to where I don't have cards flinging all over the place. So this Saturday we're having a ionic foot detox, and especially if you've been at home all week long, you probably have a little cabin fever, and it wouldn't hurt to do a detox after all of this yucky weather and flu season and etc. The ionic foot detox. You schedule them through me. They're available from 10 a.m. to, I guess my 1 o'clocks are already, so I've got 10 a.m. to last start at noon now for an ionic foot detox. The 30 minutes are 25 and the 45 minutes are 40. So I think that's like a half price special, and they are cash. But it's always good to come in and get a detox. Get rid of some of that inflammation. Yeah, people have been coughing all around you. Ooh, probably a good idea to detox. Get rid of that junk. Get rid of that mess that people are, that we have a tendency to carry around. It's also good for reducing or releasing emotions. There was one time I was doing a detox and the lady was like super angry with her sister. And it ran with rage. What anger would look like in the detox water. And I had to switch the conversation. And then it started flowing. Whoops. Just like it was supposed to. Or how you would normally think of the flow of the ionic foot detox. So, alright, so it looks like that's about it. We actually have a pretty thick little deck here to work with. And we're going to do them in lines of 3. And so, let's see what the energy for this weekend, going up into like maybe Monday-ish, is looking like. Okay. So interesting. Let's start with that first card. And it was what I'm going to say, not at all what I expected. So the first card that's coming in is Many Paths. And when I'm looking at this card, I'm like, I don't want to use the word opportunity. A lot of different avenues, a lot of different things. opportunities for a perspective. So a lot of different avenues, a lot of different things coming in. And then the obstacle here, and I'm going to tell you, is about, I'm feeling like it's that spiral going in through there. And I'm going to say it's not like a spiraling down or a spiraling up. It's a spiraling as in movement. Things changing, things happening. So we've got a lot of different things coming in from different directions, many paths, things to catch your attention. And then the help card here is curse. But I don't want to focus so much on the word, but I want to focus on what we're looking at. We're looking at an eye-to-eye contact. Eye-to-eye contact. But we're also looking at how we have a hand covering over the mouth. So when I'm looking at this particular card, and I'm seeing that we have many paths, we have the spiral, which means in this is talking about movement, fast movement, and the curse. The message that I'm getting in here has to do with being confronted with a whole lot of different information, a whole lot of different perspectives, almost in an overwhelming kind of feeling. I'm feeling like it's like super overwhelming. But that spiral is talking about movement. And then when I got to this curse card, the feeling I'm getting in here is to sit back and observe, sit back and look at things. No need to comment or provide. Yeah, no need to comment. You don't have to say anything at all. You can even say at this moment, and I'm going to use the word no comment, or the phrase no. Some of that no comment is going to be more about not feeding into it or getting in an argument, dispute, debate. It's about sitting back and not saying anything and allowing you to keep watching as it goes through. So when I'm looking at, that's the energy coming in. So when I look at this next line, this has a lot to do with how we react. And in that, I'm going to feel a whole lot better because that first energy coming in is the Earth Keeper. And when I'm looking at the Earth Keeper, it's I really feel like it's that energy, that person, that feeling, that need to keep everything grounded and calm. Grounded and calm. Okay. Now I'm looking over here at the Ghost Dance, and the Ghost Dance is playing the opposition to the Earth Keeper. Okay. So if we look back at the history of the Ghost Dance and where the Ghost Dance comes from, it had to do with reclaiming your energy, reclaiming your ancestral energy, reclaiming all of the strength, all of the courage, all of the wisdom, all of the discernment, everything about you and about your tribe, your people, your group, and coming together. And that energy in this instance is almost warlike or preparing for battle, preparing for war. Now, what I'm kind of concerned about is the help card. And so let's just take a look at it. Okay, so I've got the Sorcerer as the help. So we know we had Earthkeeper about being balanced. The Ghost Dance, kind of like preparing up for battle, calling in all your energy, preparing for battle, standing strong, standing united. And then we see that Sorcerer. And what I'm feeling on this is that there's a lot of spiritual energy, a lot of spiritual energy coming into play this weekend. You know, it's probably even right now. Considering some of the things that have been going on Capitol Hill this week, especially today, there's a lot of energy that's very, very high strung, a lot of energy that is angry. And then we also have a lot of energy that is, and I'm going to say metaphorically, ready to go to battle. So that's where this sorcerer comes in. The sorcerer is giving a really big signal that this battle that people are, energetically we're preparing for is not a battle on the ground, but it is a battle within the spiritual realm. A battle within the spiritual realm. Now, the next card, this next row here, is what I'm going to call solutions. Resolutions, solutions, resolutions, whichever way you want to look at it. And it's very interesting when I'm looking at this very first card, and it's that standstill. And you can see that medicine wheel is right next to it. Stand still, and I'm like, the word that I got, the phrase that I got when I looked at that card wasn't so much stand still, but it was stand down. And stand down is that kind of like battle term, battle phrase, whatever, of just kind of like holding your ground. We're not at battle on the physical realm. And at this time, what I'm getting here is that it's not necessary to be in battle or battle mode at this time as well. Hence, we've got that standstill. But what really reinforces that for me when I'm looking at it is that second card. And that second card is that medicine wheel. And then the help card here is the upper world. So when I'm putting this all in together, the energy that I'm really picking up between medicine wheel and upper world is that things are pretty much, energetically, spiritually speaking, things are pretty much taken care of. It's important for us that are in tune to this energy. It's really super important that we just kind of hold our ground, keep ourselves grounded and balanced with that. The medicine wheel and that upper world coming in through there on that is really pointing to the fact that this is a spiritual realm. This is a spiritual issue. It's those battles. I would say it's angelics. My angels are fighting those battles. I don't have to. Your angels are fighting all of those battles. You don't have to. But it's important for you to stay very, very grounded and focused to your celestials, to your angels, to your ancestors. Stay connected in with that energy. Super important to do that. Okay. Now, this is, we're headed towards, where's all of this energy taking us to? What are we kind of looking at? Now, this is if we just sit back and let things flow, that we're not getting into the minutia. We're not getting into any of that nonsense. And the first one I see is the gatherer. And then I see flow. And I'm going to say chance always favors a prepared mind. The gatherer, do you have all of the things that you need to be safe and to feel safe and to feel taken care of? Do you have everything set up that you can go pretty much into autopilot, during this time? Is there things that you don't have to figure or work with? The flow is you're not going to be, and what I'm feeling on this one is you're going to have to ride the flow. The flow can't ride you. You're going to have to ride the flow. The flow will not be riding you. You can't control what other people do. You can't control the things that are happening outside of your realm. However, you can be in control with the way that you react to it. Now, this completion card is the help card, and it's upside down. And I'm like, seriously? Like, really? This is not going to be just a fluke weekend. We're going to go through this stuff over and over again. And it's like, yeah, it's like peeling off the layers of an onion. And each layer just brings something else new up that has to be resolved or has to be worked through. And so, you know, a lot of people are going to feel a little stressed out about that. And I'm seeing that we've got the hummingbird. I've got 2 cards left, and I've got the hummingbird and the heart of the sky. So there is this wonderful sense of it's not all in vain. Things are happening. They're very, very busy, but things are productive. And it's a part of what I get. I'm getting like a part of the process. It's a part of the cycle, the way things that flow. And then when I'm looking at Heart of Sky, I'm seeing that this is a time of reconciliation of our spiritual selves. And in this reconciliation, we are having to do a lot of clearing, a lot of releasing, and a lot of realigning of ourselves, body, mind, and spirit. You know, kind of like it's a big change in perspective, especially in the way that we see things, in the way that we see ourselves, and how we fit into the world and where the world's going to. Right now, that there's a lot of different energy that's going on, and people are pushing their frequencies like this, and it's important to sit back and just kind of let that I'm gonna call it high maintenance energy flow and work itself out. And then that way you are able to see what is really in those avenues or those opportunities that come through. So interesting. A lot of chaotic energy this weekend. Keep yourself grounded. Keep yourself in a place of peace. Disconnect